And welcome back to Tisted in Denmark. If you've been with us earlier, you would have seen an excellent sub-junior women's competition. All the classes competed in two back-to-back flights this morning. We've just had the opening ceremony and we're ready to go with the sub-junior men. I'm joined once again by Gary Williams. Welcome back, Gary.
Yeah, this will be a great afternoon. I mean, we've got the sub junior men now, and this is always really interesting. It's really unpredictable, in all the sub juniors are unpredictable. There's just no telling what to expect. I mean, these guys today, we've got primarily Ukraine and Poland sort of battling it out a bit, and that is really the development ground for equipped lifting, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think the key thing here is we're going to see very young lifters with great potential developing. It's not the session where you're going to see great battles that goes down to the wire in the last deadlift. There are other things to take from this session than that. And the first lifter up is Radoslav Rogala from Poland. Uh, a name and a face we've encountered several times before, and he is opening in the under 59 kilo class with 110 kilos. Just in terms of housekeeping, we have 8 lifters, so across all the weight classes that have entered, and then there will be 20-minute breaks because there's no back-to-back flight. That looks like a nice deep opener. And yeah, just checking, there's no squat suit on.
Yeah,
That's
so
a strength shop singlet been worn.
yeah, Radoslav competes classic as well as equipped. I don't know if he's done European equipped before. He's done classic. He might be building that equipped experience now.
And next we've got another Polish lifter, Alex Janowicz. And he's lifting, as you can see, in the under 74 kilo class. And there is 145 kilos on the bar. He is one of the lifters who does have competition. There are 2 in the class, also 2 in the 59s. The other lifters are lifting unopposed.
And again, lifting without a squat suit.
Yeah, or knee wraps, just knee sleeves.
Great squat though.
Yeah, 3 white lights.
Got down really deep into that.
Now Eduard Andreev from Ukraine, and he's opening at 190 kilos in the 66 kilo class. Remember, all these lifters this afternoon are sub-junior men. Andreev, as you can see, has been competing for 5 years. He's 18 years old and in his final year as a sub-junior. If you are under 18 years of age on the 1st of January of a given year, then you are a sub-junior for the whole of that year.
Yeah, so he picked up gold medal at the 2021 European equipped. Incidentally, he was in the 59 kilo class then.
First one we've seen out so far in full supportive regalia, suit and straps, and wraps rather.
Plenty of power there.
Certainly was. It came up really, really well.
Be interested to see where his next couple of lifts go, because he set his PB to 17.5. That was when he was in the 59s, I think.
Well, if he's older and heavier, you would expect him to be stronger. So this is Anton Savkin from Ukraine, opening in the 59s with 200 kilos on the bar.
And I can't say that I've seen him lift before.
No, it's not a name I'm familiar with.
steady under the bar there.
Oh, it's
it's
certainly
smooth.
a nice squat.
You get a little bit of rotation at the top there, but it didn't affect anything. Managed to hold that well.
See, you got the correct terms. You call it rotation. I call it helicoptering. So we've got David Rubets from Ukraine next. 18 years old, been competing for 2 years. A famous name in powerlifting.
Yeah, very much so.
So PB 270 on the bar 225.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's going to be an over challenging.
Well, lifting unopposed, I think, just get one in.
Yeah, look, we always talk about, you do what you have to do on the day.
Yeah, certainly with your openers. Gets his 3 openers and he's a European champion.
He's got great technique there, really lifts that chest up nicely.
Well, he got a red for depth, but it's a good lift, 2 to 1.
You see when he stands back up, he really lifts that head up, lifts the chest up, and it drives him back up again.
Now, Gracian Pieper from Poland, 235 kilos. Again, unopposed in the 105s, opening within 15 kilos of his personal best.
He got the bronze last year, European Championships, when he was lifting the 93s. He's come to the 105s now.
Yes, 3 wide lights and a bit of growing to do in the 105s as well. He's only weighed in at 100.71.
Yeah, so he's just a touch over there. He's got plenty of room to grow.
Now, Mikola Hodunov in the 74s, opening 245 kilos.
That's a big lift. And an easy lift as well.
Very efficient. Well, too efficient.
Yeah, cut that a little bit too shy, just rushed it a little bit. Yeah, he's going to have to get down a little bit further, be a bit more convincing.
Now, Vasyl Bandot, Ukraine. We've had his Bandot lifting this morning in the sub-junior women, who we guess is Vasyl's sister. Again, unopposed in the 93s. But opening within 20 kilos of his PB.
And another lifter that's moved up in weight classes as well, I think.
Oh, he sunk that in well.
Yeah, you need to be convincing out there in that first opening lift. You've got to really convince the referees that I'm deep enough.
Come on, into the second round already. Well, it's going to be a quiet afternoon for us, Gary. 20-minute breaks, and then we commentate on 8 lifters.
We'll go and do some sightseeing in Tisted.
And you can see the scores of the weights at the end of the first round. And Radislav Rogala out first in the second round, and he's taking 120. PB is 115.
There's been so many great champions come through the sub-junior to the junior to the opens, and if you look at the world records, for the men in these weight classes, they're absolutely phenomenal. And most of those were set by current open world champions.
Now this for a PB. Oh, and it was easy.
He's moving that bar really well.
It's a good lift. A new record for him. Congratulations. New personal best.
Janovic.
Alex Janovic next.
And he's going 7.5 kilos more, up to 152.5. He opened on his PB.
With 7.5 kilos.
And I'm afraid he's going to have to be satisfied with
With
PBs today and silver medals, unless, well, he's competing against the only lifter with a red light against his name.
Yeah,
But I think that was just a depth issue, it wasn't a strength issue. But sometimes, if you're used to a certain depth, it's difficult to make yourself go that much lower.
It can be very difficult to make that change on the day if you haven't been trained to depth, if you haven't been getting down as deep as you should be. Now that's not a problem with depth right there.
Well, it's a singlet, so he's not having to fight the equipment, but that's good. 3 white lights.
This is what you need to do in equip competition, is you just need to put yourself in the game. Get them on the board and you wait for that other person to make an error.
Now this is Andreev. Taking 210, PB 217.5.
Bar is loaded for Andre. You're ready.
And you'll see over the next few years, a lot of these young guys will shift up into weight classes as they grow and they get bigger and they keep training.
Just taking his time to get settled under the bar. Clock ticks below 30 seconds.
Probably not the most convincing walkout I've seen.
No.
Yeah, he stalled at the bottom there.
He didn't seem to be confident on that one, did he?
He wasn't sure of depth there. He pulled up shy. I get the impression his original intent was to drop into the hole, but just missed that drop in.
Yeah. Now Anton Savkin, Ukraine, 212.5 kilos. This would give him a 7.5 kilo personal best.
Bar is loaded for Anton Savkin, Ukraine. New personal best attempt for Anton with 7.5 kilos. Bye.
Using a bit of time now, and this is why it's so important to get out that platform as soon as the bar loaders are called, because you don't want to be having to re-rack with 10 seconds to go.
No, And of course, it's a very quick turnaround with only 8 in the group
Thank
as
you,
well.
spotters.
Yeah, there isn't a lot
Again,
of
helping
time.
out of the States. Make sure he's okay.
And just got himself a bit off balance there. Guy's doing a great job. You can see he shifted forward.
Okay, he's okay. Little applause for him.
And yeah, we've got a great spotting crew out there. Platform crew just fantastic, and that builds your confidence too. When you walk out there and that guy standing behind you, you know no matter what happens, everything's going to be okay. Gives you the confidence to squat a bit deeper, squat a bit more.
Now, if there is going to be a little drama in this afternoon's competition, it could be right here, because Mikola Hodinov was really nowhere near depth first time.
He needs to put this one on the board, otherwise he's going to get himself behind the 8 ball. I mean, he looks confident under the bar. He looks strong under the bar. It's just sinking it in.
I'm going to wait for the referees.
Yeah, I'm not calling that one.
3 wide lights. And any chance of drama has just about gone.
He's put that one on the board, and he's kept himself in the game really well.
And now we have David Rubets again. He's taking 250 kilos, 25 kilo jump from his opener.
Yeah, I sort of expected that it would take a decent jump. I'm sort of expecting to take a fairly decent jump into his third as well.
Well, he's still 20 kilos below his personal best. And there's the better known Rubets coming out into the coaches area. Commentated on him since he was a junior, and what a great lifter.
It's a big name to live up to, isn't it?
Even although it's only 6 letters.
I really shouldn't laugh at that joke, but I couldn't help it.
Taking his time. Oh, and the knees came right in, and he managed somehow to get it up.
That right knee drops and rotates.
He gets it 2-1.
Got to work on pushing those knees out. We'll probably see in the replay as that
Called
knee
on
drops
depth
in.
by the near side referee. The far side, as you look at the replay.
Yeah, that right knee drops in, and that's causing that rotation there. Just needs to push that out. That'll get him a bit deeper as well.
Well, when Ralph used to sit in that chair, it was always a case of control the knees, don't let them come in.
Yeah, once those knees start to drop in, you lose all that power.
Which makes it even more remarkable that he managed to fight it up. This is Pipa from Poland. No, lost balance.
Yeah, he sat in really deep and then sat back into it a bit too far.
Just in looking for depth, he went back rather than down.
You can see his body shift behind, finds the depth, but then just shifts back a little bit. And platform crew doing a great job there.
Vasil Spandut, 285. This will be a 5 kilo personal best for the young Ukrainians. 17 years of age, still a sub-junior next year.
To give you an idea of the talent and the amazing lifters that have come through sub-juniors years before, the current 93 kilo world sub-junior record is, I think, something like 350 kilos.
Yeah, 350, and it's the European sub-junior record as well, so set by a European.
This is where the future Open World Championships are made, right here in the sub-juniors.
I think that was just in. He got his dip timed absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, he's got a nice little drop in at the
Yeah,
bottom there. Really makes great use out of the knee wraps.
that hasn't happened by accident, has it?
No, that's right. And you can look, he drops in, gets the most out of it he can. He gives him that speed to stand it back up.
And there we see the state of play at the end of the second round. Savkin leads in the 59s. Andreev unopposed in the 66s. Hodunov leads in the 74s, so that's retaken opener. Rubets in the 83s. Bandut in the 93s. And Pieper, although he missed his second round attempt, leads the 105s. And Regala, first out in the third round.
Rubets, this is his last year in the juniors, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, no, he's only 16. Or
No, Rubets.
Rubets. Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is. He's 18.
Yeah, if you're a junior, you'd be looking over your shoulder. Not looking forward to that.
No,
he
it would have
almost
been
ground
another
through at that
PB if
one.
he'd got it, but no.
He'll be really good to watch over the coming years. He's going to go up weight classes.
Yeah, and he looks like a natural deadlifter as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him deadlift.
Now Janovic is taking 160 kilos. Well, he equalled his PB with his opener, added 7.5 kilos to it with his second, and now looks to add another 7.5 as he comes out for his third round attempt.
He looks pretty serious. He looks focused.
Lovely and deep.
Yeah, he's got really nice technique.
Not the first time we've said that about a Polish lifter today.
It's really great to see in the sub-juniors and the juniors alike with the coaching now really drilling in such great technique. You look at lifters from all over Europe, from Finland, from Norway, from Poland, from Ukraine, they're really driving in that technique.
Now Edward Andreev, Ukraine, retaking the 210 he missed. If you remember last time, he just didn't seem confident, didn't seem settled. Let's see if his mindset is any different.
Yeah, and this moment that you stand under the bar to take it out, that's a really important moment for a squat. That's the moment that you tell your mind that you've got this. You've got to take it out with real strength and real aggression here. He's still not looking confident under that,
No,
is he?
he's taking a lot of time to get set. No.
Just not getting that spring
Again.
out of the bottom.
What a good job this platform crew is doing. They're in right at the absolute split second they're needed, not a bit before, not a bit too late.
And you watch over the next week, the confidence in the athletes grow. Watching these guys on the platform crew walking out there knowing they're safe, your confidence in your athletes is going to improve and improve and improve throughout this week.
Now Anton Savkin, Ukraine, good at 200, missed 212.5, taking that again. It'll be a 7.5 kilo PB if he makes it.
Gets the squat command. Oh, he's
No,
just
no,
hesitated there.
no.
Yeah, he's doubled that, I think.
Yeah, he's going to get yellows, isn't he?
Yeah.
And there we are,
Yeah,
3 reds
unfortunately.
with 3 yellows underneath.
Yeah, he just second guessed himself as he started the lift. And it's really easy to do that. You find yourself shifting off position, you second guess, and before you know it, you've pushed back up a little bit.
Now, Grasian Pipa from Poland.
10 minutes break before bench press.
255 kilos on the bar for a 5 kilo personal best, but he missed 252.5. This is the one who fell back last time.
Yeah, I think this is a couple of extra kilos to push him into the hole a bit quicker. I mean, last time he sat down and was looking for depth, and that shifted him back.
Yeah.
I think coach is saying, let's go with an extra 2.5 kilos. There's
Wraps
not
are a
much.
lot tighter as well, the way he walked to the platform.
And let's see if we can push you down without having to look for it.
That's much better.
Yeah, it looked a lot better.
Nice and good. Ladies.
3 wide lights.
New personal best. Then we have Hodunov, 260 for him.
Now Mikola Hodnov from Ukraine,
And after Zambia,
260 kilos.
before bench press.
Well, his PB is 245. He equalled that in the second round, having missed his opener.
Yeah,
And
just
this for a
16-year-old.
15 kilo PB.
260 kilos, new personal best attempt. Let's go.
16 years of age.
Scary being this strong, that young, isn't it?
It's quite amazing, isn't it? I mean, these are high school students.
Oh, that was easy.
I'll tell you what, jumping up to this bigger weight class.
No, he got called
Unfortunately
in
not deep
depth
enough.
by 2 of the 3 referees. And it was depth, a little red under the big one.
265.
Yeah, it's clearer on replay.
Yeah, strength and power is not a problem. Just needs to get down a bit deeper.
Now, David Rubets, as you say, 18. Final year sub-junior, but all the juniors will be looking over their shoulders
the
at
juniors are
what's
looking over
coming.
their shoulder going, oh, please, really?
265.
Well, he's going 265. He's already done more than that.
Let's go.
Yeah, he did a 265 at the World Championships last year in Istanbul. He needs to speed his setup a little bit though.
Yeah,
He
And-
really cuts it fine.
and his knees aren't locked. I don't. Yeah, now he gets a start command. Now, will he manage to control his knees? No, they've come in
it's
again.
Dropped it again, yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay, thank you.
He takes a long time. Once he gets that squat command, he takes a long time. And that can work in 2 ways. That can work in your favour, you're talking yourself into it. But it can also have the opposite effect. And if you're taking too long, you end up talking yourself out of it.
plus just holding that weight
It's a lot
is
of weight
stressing
to
the
hold
system.
for a long time.
And the final squat of the day is Vasil Zbandut, Ukraine, and he's taking 300 kilos.
Yeah.
Yes, I said that, right. 300 kilos, sub-junior, and nowhere near the European record.
It's hard to
The
believe, isn't it?
standards in this sport, and just in the time I've been covering it the last 9 or 10 years, it's just absolutely gone through the roof, and it starts here.
This is where it begins. So his best squat is 280, but he was in the 83s. He's now in the 93s.
And this to break through the 300 kilo barrier for the first time. Can he do it? Shaking. Oh, he's fighting, he's fighting, he's
Has he got the
fighting.
depth?
I'm not sure.
Good fight.
It's going to be close. He does.
He
Gets
gets
it
it
on the
2-1.
Personal best.
300
Wow.
on the board.
Congratulations. And now we have 20
Well, what a
minutes
great way to
left.
end the squats. A 300 kilo squat by a sub-junior.
They're just so incredibly strong, these guys, aren't they? And you know, the women we saw this morning, phenomenal. You know, triple body weight squats and deadlifts. It's absolutely outstanding. What a way to finish.
Well, hope you've enjoyed the squats. We'll now take a 20-minute break rather than the more normal 10 that you're used to, because the 10 comes with back-to-back flights, which we don't have today. So as the clock ticks down towards 19 minutes, please join us again then for the bench press. And welcome back to Tisted in Denmark, where you join us on the second session of day one of 6 days of European equipped powerlifting championship competition. Joined again in the commentary booth by Gary Williams. Welcome back, Gary.
Yeah, we're back for my favourite part of the day, the bench press.
What did we say? Squats the warm up,
That's it,
deadlifts the cool
the
down,
cool down.
bench press is where it's at.
You know, it's interesting. I mean, bench press is it can be won or lost here, especially in equipped lifting. It's not the spot where you're going to make up lots of ground. In some cases, though, with some lifters that are really specialising in bench, they can make up some kilos here and catch up a little bit. But the technicality of equipped bench, you've got to get this on the board to get a total.
So this is Regala from Poland out first again, 65 kilos on the bar, continuing to lift unequipped as he did in the squat.
Yeah, is this a competition for experience, you think?
Well, he's not inexperienced, but I guess they may have thought, well, we've entered you in an equipped competition, but get something in, you get a silver medal in a European championship. So
Yeah, that's
maybe
right.
that's the thinking, I'm not sure. And if you're just joining us, by the way, this is the entirety of the sub-junior men in this year's competition. We only have 8 competitors for various reasons. And after they each do their 3 lifts, there'll be a 20-minute break before deadlifts. But this is Sabkin coming out next, 120 kilos on the bar. Lifting against Regala in the 59 kilo weight class. So as I say, within 5 kilos of his PB, but you would hope at this age the lifters get stronger quite quickly.
Having to fight for that
I'm
for an
not
opener.
sure if that's not going to get blues. Yeah, it's 3 wide lights. My apologies to the lifter.
Gets that on the board, but he had to work hard for an opening lift. Yeah, good speed off the chest there. It looks like his right arm just shifted a little bit too
I'm actually
fast.
tempted to withdraw my apology, but he got 3 wide lights. So there we go. The referees are far better placed than we are. Now Janovic, 130 kilos for the young Pole, 16 years of age. PB 102.5 on the bar, 130. One can only surmise that the PB was set classic, but he is now wearing a bench shirt.
Yeah, it's not unusual to see a personal best listed that was actually not lifted in a shirt.
I think the rack
Rack
is too
height
low.
is problem. Now, if the rack height error is the platform crew, the clock starts again. If it was an error from you putting your numbers in, your rack heights in, you don't get a restart on the clock. And this is tough now because he's only got 14 seconds to set up.
And probably never lifted equipped before, or is
He's got it in there though.
yeah. No, that's gonna get blues.
Yeah, look, and his head lifted anyway.
He was just too rushed, wasn't he? He couldn't set up properly. And remember, as you mentioned this morning, Gary, it's worth mentioning again, there are new rules in the IPF as far as bench press is concerned. One of them relates to you can't set up with your feet on the bench. And the other one is designed to stop the minimum range of motion bench by saying that the elbow must go below the top of the shoulder joint.
Yeah, you don't want to rush yourself on a setup on a quick bench, and you could see there he was very rushed. his head lifted as well, and that's not an uncommon thing in equipped bench because that shirt just
Yeah, pulls it.
compresses your chest area so much.
And I'm guessing it may have been his first ever equipped lifting competition as well. So you don't want to come out to a rack the wrong height. I think I just had gone with it and relied on the lifters, the loaders to lift it off. Hindsight is wonderful. This is Andreev.
He handled that really well. You could see it wanted to step up and shift offline a little bit,
3 white lights.
but he had the speed to stay with it.
Now Mikola Hodnov, Ukraine. Remember, all the lifters in this group are either from Ukraine or Poland. Got 5 from Ukraine, 3 from Poland, and this is Hodnov. He's taking 140 kilos. 5 kilos over his personal best. Oh, he had to work that, and I got the impression he touched very high for an equipped
It
bench.
did look, from this angle, it looked really high. We might be able to see in the replay. He really comes straight down there, doesn't
Oh,
he?
that is high.
Yeah, hopefully in his next lift we'll see him land that a little bit better.
Yeah.
He's managed to get on top of it though, even with a touch that
He
high.
did. What can he do if he gets it right? Now his Bandut finished with a 300 kilo squat, which is so impressive.
Yeah, it's a solid finish to the squat
And
session.
has a different coach on the bench. A familiar face. That's just stalled.
Yeah, and that'll be interesting because I'm pretty sure after he got the start command, he shifted his body around and lifted his hips up before he actually started his lift.
Yeah. And you mustn't, basically you mustn't move your body other than is required to perform the bench press after you get the start command. Now David Rubets. PB 182.5, so he's in the 400 pound club. This is 165 on the bar.
Good speed.
Had to work, really
Yeah.
work towards the top, but it's good. 3 white lights.
He chased it off the chest really well. A little bit stalled out, but just had enough momentum to push through.
Yeah, I think that momentum was just enough.
You see the speed off the chest. It was phenomenal.
Now, finally, in the first round, we've got Pieper from Poland. 180 kilos on the bar, a 10 kilo personal best. But as you said, Gary, until recently, he was a 93 kilo lifter. Presumably that PB was set at 93, and he's older, bigger, and stronger than he was. This is 180.
It's a nice touch on it there. That was
Yeah.
a good lift. That should get the white lights, I think. Yeah, it does.
And that's the end of the first round.
Yeah, that was a solid lift, that one. You can see he gets a nice touch, stops it quickly, gets a good quick press command.
And now we're into the second round, and the first lifter out will be Rogala. You can see all the opening round numbers there. And just a reminder, if you want to follow a live scoreboard, you can do so on the Good Lift site. Radoslav Regala,
New personal
second
best
attempt,
for Radoslav with
72.5 kilos.
Let's go.
You know, this is a solo lift, 72.5 kilos. He's lifting raw. He weighs under 59. Weighed in at 57.59 this morning. So we're well above body weight.
And he's got the long arms
Yeah.
that benefit the deadlifter but hurt the bench
Not-
presser.
Yeah, they're not of great benefit on the bench press when you've got to move the bar 6 feet. But he does it well.
Again, quite a high touch that you'd associate more with classic lifting than with equipped. Now Anton Savkin taking it up 5 kilos from 120 to 125, and 125 will equal his personal best. Gets the press command now. His feet weren't still for a long time. No. Well,
Still
no.
driving, but just couldn't quite get it there.
Probably the long hold didn't help, but the long hold was because his feet were sliding along the floor.
And I think you watch his right arm moves really quickly, and that's where he's struggling. There.
Yeah.
His right arm's popping really fast. And you might just see on the sleeve there, it looks like his left sleeve isn't twisted as far around it as right. So he might be getting a bit more speed off that right side.
Such tiny differences. Oh, it looks good.
It's a good skill to have, a bit of a grind.
3 white lights. You can just see in the replay, he's really had to work, but he just keeps it moving, keeps pushing.
And Edward Andre bar is loaded. Edward Andre.
Now, Edward Andreev from Ukraine is next. PB is 140 kilos on the bar, 145. Gets a start command.
He's plenty strong enough. It was
Now,
slow off the
is it-
chest.
Is it blue or is it white? It's both. Again, sometimes the side referees are looking for other things like feet and butt.
He didn't get a whole lot of acceleration off the chest out of that, did he?
No, it just went down a bit on the left. There. But he gets it. Good luck to him. Now, Hodunov, 147.5. Oh, no, I'm going to wait for that one as well.
Yeah, look, he had a lot of speed going on the way down.
Yeah,
he took
gets
it down
it
to his
2 to
chest
1.
real fast. Just cranks it down.
Then the next will be Zandvoort.
I just wondered had it gone down just before lockout.
Bar is loaded. Let's go. Let's
Now
do
this is Bandut. 150, missed it with his opener.
Yeah, it needs to get on the board, otherwise he's put himself in a real awkward position. You don't want to come to a world championship event, squat 300, unopposed, miss your lifts, and not be able to medal.
Yeah, it's okay if someone else beats you, but don't beat yourself.
That was a better touch.
No, again, he can't lock it out.
Struggling to get that lockout,
I
isn't
mean,
he?
that just seems a strength issue to me.
Yeah,
But he could just hit the sweet spot next time and it flies up. As you said, this is the joy and the drama of equipped lifting.
He's getting plenty of speed off the chest there. It looks like it's shifting a little bit as he's finding the chest. Maybe just a little bit of a collar adjustment. Certainly wouldn't want to be tightening it up.
Now, David Rubets.
David Rubets. 175.
And Alexander Rubets looking on.
I was just looking over at the world sub-junior record for this weight class. It's 255.
No. Well, I said no, but
Well,
he's locked it out.
And I don't
Wow, that is
think it
strong.
dropped. Oh, he's got the red lights there.
But they're yellows, not blues.
Oh, I think his butt might have lifted there.
Well, we'll soon find out.
We have Russian keeper from Poland, 190 kilos.
No daylight. I'd say if that's for butt, it's a tough call.
New person of best attempt.
Now, finally, in the second round, Gracian Pieper from Poland. And he's taking 190 kilos. Remember, his PB was 170 coming in, got 180 with his opener. No,
Yeah,
just
it's
stalled.
just not quite there.
Just stalled. He probably had in the back of his mind 200 club, 200 club, and
It
went
can
190
really-
second
yeah.
one. Maybe it should have been 185.
And it can really throw you off, and you can see the touch there was pretty easy. I mean, I'd probably think about pulling the collar down a little bit, just a smidge, make it a little bit tougher to get to the chest, get a little bit more speed there, and chase it through.
Just for the benefit while we're changing, what does the pulling the collar down do?
So as you pull the collar down, it tightens up across the chest a lot more. So it makes it harder to get to the touch. So, you know, usually you'd start, you know, your opening lift, you probably wouldn't pull the collar down, pull it a fraction down further for your second lift, and then your third lift, you know, you're going for a 50-50. You know, you've got to find that balance. So you give it a good, probably a good yank down, but you've got to be careful. You pull it down too far, tightens it up too much, and you can't actually get the bar to the chest.
No, just too much. Just talking about that, Gary, and I know we don't really talk about ourselves, but I used to have a little trick technique many years ago. Opener, shirt collar high, third finger on the ring. Second, collar a bit down, second finger on the ring, and third lift, collar right down and index finger on the ring.
Let's go. Dive.
That was in the days when I could bench, of course. rather than reminisce about when I
Yeah,
could
look,
bench.
and they're the things you do in training as well.
Yeah.
You know where the shirt should be for this lift and for this lift. Your third one's often a bit of an unknown. It's probably something you've not done in training before.
So Sabkin 125 missed it in the second round. Can he make it this time?
He's a lot steadier on the bench this time.
I was worried his head was going to get pulled up there, but I think he managed to keep it down okay.
Yeah, I think he's got
No,
the
he's
red
got
lights
yellows.
again.
Now we thought that was a bit, if it is for butt off the bench, oh well, we won't see from this angle. We will now.
Yeah, there it goes.
That was worse than last time, much more pronounced, so no arguments. Now Alex Janovic missed 130, got 130, now 135. We think it's his first equipped competition because his PB coming in was 102.5, and with his very first lift he came out to a wrong rack height, had to rush it,
Yeah, it really
missed
threw
it,
him off.
but came back second time, and this for another personal best, 135 kilos, just shy of 300 pounds. No.
Oh, he's
No.
got some fight in him though, hasn't he? And that is a great skill to have as a powerlifter, just to have that grind, that willingness just to keep pushing.
Refuse to lose, as I call it. Fight, fight, fight. Until gravity wins. Now, Edward Andreev, 150 kilos on the bar. He set a PB in the second round with 145. This is to add a further 5 kilos.
New personal best attempt for Edward.
Oh,
He
yes.
handled that well. It was going back on him.
Yeah, the bit where the shirt doesn't help was better than the bit where the shirt does. Wow, great lift. Well, very important lift coming up now. Vasil Spandut missed 150 twice.
Yeah, he's got himself a
He
real
is
good spot here.
unopposed, and yet he needs this lift to stay in the competition.
Hopefully they've made a few little adjustments to the shirt.
Well,
Evens things up a little bit.
he's the only one in the class, and no medal could be awarded.
You know, if he can get that left side moving as quickly as the right side.
Yeah, as you said, maybe it was just the right sleeve was a bit tighter than the left. Easy fix if it was.
No, he's still doing the same thing.
No, well, no, don't think so. I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong.
He doesn't look confident standing up either.
No. And the worst thing that could possibly happen, unopposed and fail to register a
look,
lift
he's even
in one of the
off
disciplines.
centre.
We have 152.5.
I mean, he's even setting up off centre as well.
Oh, what a shame. You hate to see it in anyone, but a sub-junior
Yeah,
particularly.
it's a really hard thing to walk away with.
This is new personal best.
The only encouragement I can give him, if he's listening to this later, is you don't fail, you win, or you learn lessons.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Every competition is a lesson learned, and equipped lifting, you've got to get used to the idea that that's going to happen.
And that's a no lift as well. And 2 to go. And the 2 to go have both missed their second round attempts and are taking the same weight again. We have a swathe of red in the third column. Only one green light so far.
And that's a pretty normal looking board for an equipped competition. You know, it was even surprising this morning to see everyone get a total. You know, if you're going to get into equipped lifting, you've got to be willing to take the knocks as well. Now, you're allowed to hit the rack.
Yeah, I
as
think
long as it
that's
doesn't
good.
provide. Didn't look like it went back
I
down.
think that's good. Yeah,
It
2 to
is.
1. A blue for downward movement from the
Well, that's
chief
not unusual
referee.
from the center referee there from that position.
That's Jan Pieper, 190 kilos.
Arguably, it went down slightly when he hit the rack.
20 minutes break before
But hitting the rack
lift.
used to be an automatic failure, and it's not
Bastian
anymore.
Pieper, Poland,
Yeah,
190
providing it
kilos.
doesn't
Two personal
provide an
best
advantage.
Let's go.
So back on the 190. Obviously the 200 club is out of his mind now. Let's see if that changes the way he lifts. And there's just not enough left in
No.
the tank.
Well, you know, when he got his 180, I would have said there was another 10 there. But maybe 2 5-kilo jumps would have been more helpful mentally.
Yeah, it's always a difficult one with equipped lifting, and it's even more difficult when you're working with sub-juniors as well.
Yeah.
They're still learning how much they can jump, and they're still learning their confidence, they're still learning the shirts.
Well, there we see the results of the bench press. In the 59, Savkin with 120. In the 66s, Andreev with 150. In the 74s, Hodunov 147.5. In the 83s, Rubets with 175. Unfortunately, Spandut failed to register a bench press in the 93s and will not be able to take the title, even although unopposed. And Pieper from Poland with his opener of 180 is the gold medalist in the 105s and is only one lift, an opening deadlift, away from being the European champion. Will he make it? Join us again in about 18 minutes time and we'll bring you all the deadlift action. And welcome back to Tisted on session 2 of day 1 of the 2023 European Equipped Powerlifting Championships. Day 1 is all about sub-junior competition. This morning in the first session we had sub-junior women, and now we are coming to the conclusion of the sub-junior men's competition. And as you saw in the picture, we have reached the deadlift. Only 8 lifters. If you haven't been with us earlier, we have a number of unopposed lifters. Sadly, one of the unopposed lifters didn't get a bench press in. So although it was only him, he will not be the European champion. The remaining 7 will be fighting for titles and medals. And the first of those is Radoslav Rogala from Poland. And as he comes out to 130 kilos for his opener, time to welcome back Gary Williams.
Yeah.
First European event, Gary. Are you enjoying it so far?
It's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, really tough break for Bandut. I mean, but that is the nature of equipped lifting. And just looking here, he's been lifting raw the whole comp and he's wearing a deadlift suit now.
And that looks good. 3 white lights.
So he's lifted the entire competition raw, but he's going for the equipped deadlift.
Now Edward and J.Eb, and arguably the discipline where the equipment contributes the least in percentage terms.
Yeah, it gives you the absolute least out of all of the equipped lifts.
$170 on the bar.
Oh, a little bit of a tilt at the top. And yeah, the referees picked that up as well.
Let's see the replay. It was very easy, but it just bounced back.
Just lost his balance a little bit at the top there. One of the risks with sumo is when you get to the top there, it can throw you off balance a little bit.
Now Anton Savkin, Ukraine, 180 kilos.
More than 3 times body weight, is it, I think?
Well over 3 times. Oh!
Just couldn't hold it at the top there.
Sorry, no lift.
It's a bit of a grip issue.
I think sometimes you focus so much on other aspects of the grip of the lift that you just forget you've got to grip the bar as well.
Yeah, you're going to hold on to that all the way up and all the way back down.
Well, 2 out of the 3 openers so far have red lights against them. And this is Alex Janowicz, Poland, 180 kilos in the under 74 class. Looks good.
Good lift. 220 kilos for David Rubens.
Some big deadlifts coming up.
Get ready.
Well, Rubets is opening on 220 kilos. He's unopposed. His PB is 250, so probably this is just a very safe, sensible, conservative opener.
Well, that's right. I mean, you've got to get a total. If you want to walk home with the medal, you've got to get a total.
There's a slight delay there because there was one red less on one side than on the other. Ukrainian coaches and relatives discussing the situation. David Rubet smiles. 220 on the bar. He knows he's done a lot more than this, and he has this to become European champion. Hook grip.
Yes, he's very convincing there.
Was ever a European title won with more ease? 3 wide lights.
Reload to 30 kilos first for Hodunov and then Peter.
Now Mikola Hodunov in the under 74 kilo class, opening on 230. Battling with Janovic, but this will give him the title. Oh wow, really easy.
If you blink, you miss that one.
Good lift. Same weight for Gracian
Super
Pieper.
fast.
Gracian Pieper, Poland, 230 kilos on the bar to equal his personal best. But again, he's been PBing all over the place. He's moved up from 93 to 105.
Yeah, and look, he's weighing at 100.7, so he's got a few kilos left. He's 17 years old.
And he made that look really easy.
Look, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the under 120s in a couple of years. And a really strong competitor in that weight class, I'd say.
Now this is the unfortunate Vasil Spandut. Failed to get a bench press in, and therefore cannot make a total.
Yeah, it's really tough to get out here with the motivation now. You've got to shake that off, and you've got to focus on, you know, what else I can get out of this competition. Probably wasn't as easy as he'd like his opener to be.
Maybe not quite the fire he might have had in other circumstances, but still easy enough. And we're into the second round, and it's Regala first out again. You can see the scoreboard there from the first round.
This will be a nice 10 kilo personal best.
Guys, loading. Radoslav Praga, Poland.
It's interesting that he uses a sumo. I mean, he's really built for a conventional deadlift. He's got those long limbs and long lever arms. As we said, sumo gives you a little bit more out of the suit.
Looks very strong.
Yeah, he's pretty happy with that.
Then, Edward Andre, 170 kilos for him.
Now Andreev missed 170. He was the one that it got the bounce at the top.
Yeah, just got a little bit off balance at the top there.
And I see that Spandut has declined his second and third round attempts. No motivation anymore.
Yeah, it's really difficult to move on, particularly particularly when you don't have, you're unopposed as well. I mean, he's not going to have to battle for a deadlift medal.
So he's got one. He's got his deadlift gold medal, and
That looked nice. Referee
and the
says it's
3
a
white
break.
lights for Andreev.
Yeah, he absolutely nailed that one. A lot more focused.
Demonstration with sucking and
You
pump.
can see how much more focused he was on that lift.
With one kick first. Now he needs to get it.
Now Savkin also with a red light against his
Lights
name.
loaded. Anton Savkin. Ukraine.
180
Let's go.
kilos, taking it again. This was the one whose grip went, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're going to have to hang on to it. And it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. I mean, quite often, once your grip starts to go, it's very difficult to bring it back.
I think he's just going to focus more on the grip, let the other things happen, and just squeeze those hands to the bar.
He's changed his grip this time. He's using double overhand hook grip on the last one. He's gone for the mixed grip this time.
Yep.
Smooth.
And it's paid off.
And it's a good lift. Good job.
Now Alex Janowicz from Poland, he's jumped 22.5 kilos. Looking for a new personal best.
That is a huge jump, isn't it?
Bar is loaded. Alex Janowicz, 202.5
Also give him a
kilos.
total of 470, and his PB coming in was 447.5. So a good day in the office
Yeah, it certainly
if he makes this
is.
lift.
And that'll be a massive improvement on his total.
Looks good. 3 white lights. Not a hint of celebration.
He's
Game
staying,
phase
he's
still
staying
on.
stoic right until the end.
235 kilos for Janowicz.
Only 3 lifters left in the second round because Spandut will be taking no further part.
David Roberts.
And Rubets is taking 235 kilos. Still quite conservative based on his PB.
Yeah, I was looking at his personal best total as well of 702.5. I mean, he's really played a very smart, conservative game today, only doing what he has to do.
No, I don't
His
think so.
knees straightened out really
Yeah.
early there.
Yeah, I mean he did get it up, but no, blues from all 3 referees.
Yeah, that was almost a sumo conventional deadlift.
245 for Kratzian Pieper.
You can see where the bar went down there in the transition.
He opened with 230.
And getting to the end of a lifting session, the energy levels are getting low.
And in some cases with the lack of competition, the motivation.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
Drops
It's
as
hard
well.
to dig down and find
Yeah.
the fire when you've already got this medal. You've already got it in the bag.
It's just your chance to show off to the whole world that's watching in. Look, this is what I can do.
Yeah, look, it's an opportunity to send a message to the juniors that you're going to be coming for them.
The 120 ones even. No. Well, it would have been a 15 kilo PB, and much like the bench where he went 180 and then missed his next 2 because he took quite a big jump.
Yeah, I think
I worry the same thing may happen in deadlift.
and he did a lot of work on the bench, a lot of grinding as well. That's really taken it out of him.
Now this is Hodunov. Good with 230. This for 247.5 and a 5 kilo personal best.
Looks good from
good,
here.
He likes
It
it,
is.
and he really celebrates the 3 white lights.
145 for
And we are into the final round of competition on day one.
last, finalist here in the European Championships 2023.
And what I didn't say this morning was please stay with us for the medal ceremony or the victory ceremony. That's first day rust after not having commentated for a while. So I'll say now in case I forget to say later, the victory ceremony will immediately follow the final lift. There'll be a break of probably
Personal best attempt. Let's
3 or
go.
4 minutes. So please stay with us, particularly if you have a special interest in one of the lifters, because everyone you've seen lift this afternoon will receive a medal of some kind. No.
Yeah, he got off to an awkward start on that one. I think if he had got the start of that lined up properly, he would have got that lift. But it just shifted away from him.
Did it shift away from him or did he shift away from it?
I think it was a bit of both there, but I think if he'd got that lined up, he would have got that in.
Now Edward Andreev, he is taking 190 kilos to equal his PB. Missed his opener, remember it went back and then bounced, got it comfortably second time. I'm kind of guessing that maybe he'd have been going 185 second and 192 third in other circumstances.
Yeah, quite possibly.
But he's looking to equal his personal best with his final lift of the day.
No, I think he's already made an attempt at that.
Well, if he hadn't before, he has now.
Look, you saw that. You saw the chief referee put his hand down. Actually,
Now Anton Sabkin, Ukraine, missed his opener, grip issue, got it at the second attempt, and now has put 15 kilos on the bar. Still a little way below his personal best.
It'll be interesting though. I mean, he opened with 180. He used a double overhand hook grip, couldn't hang on to it. Changed to a mixed grip for a second, no problems at all. Let's see how he goes with 195.
Still with the opposing grip that he had in the second round.
It's moving okay.
Looks good.
I think he's got that there. And he does.
Got one red from the referee on the far side of us. Basically suggesting the lift wasn't completed.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit soft on the knee from that side. You can't really see from here. You'll see that the third round takes a fraction longer because the bar gets cleaned between each lift.
Aleksandrovich, Poland, new personal best attempt. Давай, let's do this.
So Janovic, Poland, 210 kilos. He got a PB in the second round with 202.5. Remember, we remarked on that being a very big jump. Well, he's jumped another 7.5 kilos.
Oh, did he get off balance before the command?
I'm not sure. Yes, he did.
That's unfortunate.
It is. He did all the hard work. Just watching. Just explain for the viewers what he did, Gary.
So you can see he gets to the top there and he just wiggles forward a fraction.
Before he gets the...
Yeah, it was probably half a split.
And the annoying thing is he
he
went back further than he needed to.
Yeah, you see that quite a lot, particularly in the sumo, really driving the hips forward and getting the shoulders right back a lot more than is really necessary.
Now, David Rubets,
David Rubets.
he was nowhere near the 235, yet he's going for 240. I think this may be with an eye on best points. But can he do to 240 what he could not do to 235? No.
Yeah, just a bit too tough at the end of the day, hey?
Yeah, there was a reason for the number that we think was to do with best points, best lifter. So no harm in giving it a try. But we rather feared that outcome after seeing his 235. 2 more lifts. Gracian Pieper is out next. 245 kilos. Missed it last time. Now he's 4th in best lifter points. I'm just wondering if this could pull him into the top 3. A big incentive to pull. No.
Yeah, everyone's starting to get a little bit run down at the end of the day.
And until you've done a full powerlifting competition, you can't really begin to appreciate how the fatigue sets in, and getting into and wearing supportive equipment, as we said this morning, is tiring in itself.
And quite often you don't realise just how fatigued you are until you go out and try to pull that bar. And suddenly, you know, what should have been an easy lift, all of a sudden was the hardest lift of your life.
This is the final lift of the day. Mikhailo Hodunov is the best lifter, and this is to push his points even higher. 262.5 for a 20 kilo increase in his PB coming in, and it's just not moving.
Yeah, just can't get a hold of that one. A good attempt though, and you know, whatever had it shifted,
Only
not that far away from the
only
Euro
one
record.
red light in the 3rd round. And just to summarise, we can see the deadlift results. First in the 59s, Savkin wins in the 66s, Andreev in the 74s, Hodunov in the 83s, Rubets in the 93s. Bandut wins the deadlift gold but cannot make a total and therefore cannot be the European champion. And in the 105s, Pieper from Poland with that deadlift of 230 takes deadlift gold. And in terms of who the champions are, 59s it's Savkin, 66s it's Andreev, 74s it's Hodunov, who is also the best lifter, 83s is Rubets, no champion in the 93s sadly, and the 105s champion from Poland, Gracian Pieper, with a total of 665 kilos. Any final thoughts on the competition, Gary, before we sign off for the day?
Look, it's been a fantastic day of lifting. We've seen records broken already. We've seen heartbreaks already, and the week's only just beginning, and it's just going to get better and better and better. But if you're a junior, if you're an open, you've got to be looking over your shoulder because there are some amazing lifters coming through.
Absolutely. And just talking of the juniors, a little preview of tomorrow. The men's junior competition gets underway at 10 o'clock in the morning, local time here in Denmark, and then in the afternoon at 15:30, the junior women get underway. In fact, it's all the junior women tomorrow afternoon over 2 flights, and the men's junior competition finishes on the Thursday. But that is the end of day 1 of these championships. It is the end of sub-junior competition. Please stay with us for the medal ceremony. The podium has just been set up as I speak. But from Gary and I, it's bye for now until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
the victory ceremony for men sub-juniors, all categories. And please. And first we give the participation medals by Mr. Arnold Broström, Norway, our EPF president, and Björn Astad, also from Norway, EPF championship secretary. Okay, and we will start with 59 kilo category, squat medals. And the silver medalist is Radoslav Arogala, Poland, 120 kilo squat, 59 kilo category, squat silver medal. Then the squat gold medal goes to Anton Savkin, Ukraine, 200 kilos best weight. Then we have the French best medals, silver to Radoslav Arogala, 72.5 kilos best weight. Bench press gold to Anton Savkin with 120 kilos best weight. Then deadlift medals. Silver to Radoslav Rokala with 140 kilos best lift. And the gold medal to Anton Savkin with 195 kilo best lift. And the medals in total, silver medalist 2023 is Radoslav Rogala, Poland, 332.5 kilos total. And the gold medalist, European champion is Anton Savkin from Ukraine, medal category. Squat gold medal goes to Edward Andre, Ukraine. Also bench gold medal goes to Edward Andre with 150 kilos best lift today. And the deadlift gold medal with 170 kilos best lift. And the European champion gold medalist is Edward Andre from Ukraine with total 510 kilos. Please stand up for the national anthem of Ukraine. Congratulations. The next category is 74 kilos. Silver medal in squat goes to Alex Janowicz, Poland, 160 kilos best lift. And the gold medal in squat goes to Mikola Horunov from Ukraine with 245 kilos best lift. Bench press. Silver medal goes to Alex Janowicz, Poland, 130 kilos best lift. And the bench press gold medal to Mikola Hodunov, Ukraine, with 147.5 kilo best lift. And also deadlift medals. Silver goes to Alex Janowicz with 202.5 kilos best lift. And deadlift gold medal to Mikola Hodunov, Ukraine, with 247.5 kilos best lift. And then medals in total. Silver medalist 2023 is Alex Janowicz from Poland with 492.5 kilos total. Gold medalist, European champion is Mikola Hodunov from Ukraine, 640 kilos total today. And please stand up for the national anthem of Ukraine. 83-kilo category. Gold medal in squat goes to David Rupets, Ukraine, 250-kilo deadlift. Bench press gold medal, also for David, with 175 kilos best lift today. And the deadlift gold medal, with 220 kilos best lift today. And European champion, gold medalist, is David Rubers, Ukraine, with 645 kilos total. And please stand up for the national anthem of Ukraine. Congratulations. '93 kilos category. Gold medal in squat goes to Vasil Zbandut, Ukraine. And then deadlift gold medal with 245 kilos. Congratulations. Thank you. Then we have 105 kilos category. Squat gold medal goes to Gracjan Pieper, Poland, 255 kilos best lift today. Bench press, gold medal also to Gracjan Pieper, 180 kilos. And deadlift gold medal with 230 kilos total today. So he is the gold medalist and European champion 2023, Gracjan Pieper, Poland, 665 kilos total. Please stand up for national anthem of Poland. Congratulations.